It's kind of chilly out here today. Got a nice breeze going. It's not too bad. I haven't been awake very long. I kind of stayed up a little later last night and celebrated. I've been doing really good. Got money saved up for a car, quite a bit of money actually. And I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been working a lot, just, but it doesn't entirely mean that there aren't things that are still going on. See, for quite a while now, I've been kind of dealing with, these, how do I put it? Like, whereas I know I'm doing good and I'm doing better than what I was and I'm in a better situation, I can't help but think that, with my past and how things have gone, I sometimes it's hard to think that, this is only temporary, or it's hard not to think that this is only temporary. I'm trying to make it back into doing YouTube stuff so that I can, continue to try and do better and so that I can take my mind off of things, have a hobby for just the sake of me never having anything else to do. I don't know, man. I guess right now you could say I'm stable. I'm not too satisfied because I'm not quite where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there. I'm being patient. I'm waiting it out because I know I will eventually get to where I want to be. I've already come so far, and I don't want to, in any way, shape, or form, I don't want to screw up the progress that I've already made. I don't know if I fully explained anything. I don't know if I explained anything at all. But just a small recap. Not too long ago, I got into some trouble and I ended up in jail. Now, by any means do I, how do I put this? I've learned my lesson from what I did. But at the same time, I still feel like I'm missing something. And I can't figure out what it is that I'm missing. And, like I said, I know it's going to take time, and I know I'll eventually get there. But, man, it's hard. Life behind the scenes of these YouTube videos, it's rough. And I know a lot of YouTubers, they have to deal with a lot of things behind the scenes, but for a lot of other people, it's easier to keep up with these types of things, to keep up with their hobbies and to keep up with people and, to socialize. I've never been a real social person. I've always been kind of that kid that just sits in the back of the class and minds his own business, because I have severe trust issues with people. I've went through a lot these last couple of years. Multiple fights, multiple jobs, multiple financial situations, and like I said, it's rough, but I'm getting there. It gets to a point in your life where you feel like once you start making progress and you actually start to see that you're doing good and you're making dents in your life. Like for me, for example, I've went through some shit, and I seen something on TikTok today that actually makes a lot of sense. And what's funny is the guy that posted it, he's really well known for his quotes and stuff. And he's a local to where I live, but he's very well known. And he said something along the lines of, if you're in a new stage of your life and you're confused and you don't know why nothing's moving, it's because you keep applying an old formula to how your new stage of your life is going. I completely botched that, but you guys know what I mean. And I realize now that, I don't do everything the same. There's a lot of stuff that I have changed in my life for the better. There's a lot of people that I've cut out. A lot of childish things that I was involved in that I had to step away from, that I didn't realize at the time were childish. And looking back on it, man, I wish I would have realized it sooner, because I know if I would have stepped up and realized that sooner, that I would be so much further than where I'm at right now. Now, I'm not complaining. I like where I'm at right now, to a point. Like I said, I wish that I was a little further along, but, stuff happens. You can't rush through life and expect to get everything that you want and everything that you need. It takes time. And I'm lucky enough to have people who support me and who are willing to give me the time and the space that I need to repair my mental state. Because all the way up until I went to jail, my mental state was it was all over the place. Like, one minute I'd be happy, the next minute I'd be pissed about something stupid, and then the next after that I'd be depressed, and then I go back from being depressed back to being semi-happy, and it was a whole cycle. I can't say that I can't say that I'm completely happy right now, but I am stable, and I am somewhat, I am semi-satisfied where I am at, because I'm looking back on everything that I've done since I've been out of jail, and I am proud of myself. There are so many situations that I know I could have handled in a completely unproductive and inconsiderate way that would have harmed others, whether it be physically, mentally, or verbally, and I didn't. I'm not perfect by any means. And I will never try to claim to be perfect. I'm not saying that what I've done will never happen again. But the fact that I have come so far and that I am stronger than what I was, I can't help but be proud of myself. I used to be this angry, depressed kid all the time. And most of the time I would be angry at someone else and take it out on the wrong person. And I don't know, man, just something in me snapped. I changed. And I can definitely say that I've changed for the better. Main reason I'm, saying all of this is because I know there's a lot of people out there that struggle with depression and anger problems, and there are people out there that have it way, way worse than I do. And I don't have any right to speak on whatever you may be going through, because what you may be going through could potentially be worse than anything I've ever gone through. But just hear me out when I say that, things will get better. Your life will progress. It's just a matter of you believing in yourself. Because I know I went through a long period of my time, or of my life, where I thought I wasn't strong enough. I thought I wouldn't get anywhere. And I'm not where I'm at. Sorry, my tongue stopped working. I'm not where I want to be at the moment, but I can see myself getting there now, because I've already pushed myself so far. I've already come to a point where things are actually starting to get better for me. I changed that formula. This is a new stage of my life. I have to treat it carefully, and I have to think instead of acting on impulse and just dealing with things when it comes up. Instead, I'm dealing with things in a much more, how do I put this? In a more tactical way, for lack of a better term. I'm thinking, or I'm at least trying to think 10 steps ahead of everything, so that I have everything planned out just in case something goes wrong. It doesn't mean, of course, that, nothing will go wrong, because, it's bound to happen. It's life. Something always goes wrong sometime or another. But when that thing pops up, or when those things pop up, whether it just be one or multiple, don't ever doubt yourself. You have the strength. You can move forward. You can do it. It's going to be hard as absolute hell. And you're going to think that you can't do this without this person or without this thing in your life. But truth be told, the only reason that you are still here today is because you put in that work. You did that. You are alive because of you. Yeah, most of your life you might have relied on a lot of people for a lot of different things, but you know what? They aren't responsible for you surviving. You've only come so far and survived for how long you've survived because you have had the will to keep going. I've been down that road. It's not fun. And I'll be the first to tell you that if you think getting angry and just shoving your way through everything is the way to go, for some people that works, but all that's really going to do is it's going to push people away from you. It's going to cause people to not want anything to do with you. They're just going to think that, if I do this, they're going to be mad at me. I had to learn that the hard way. I have settled down. I have straightened up my life. I've calmed down my anger, and I'm not saying that therapy is the best solution, but I mean, therapy has helped me out a lot with different methods of keeping myself calm and making it to where I can understand things that are going on in my life a lot better. So, with all of that being said, I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody can push through whatever problems they're dealing with, and hope that this video can reach out and touch as many people as possible, because I may be young, but I know a lot of different things about this life that a lot of people wouldn't expect me to know. And I've had the unfortunate experience of dealing with these said things, and it's not fun, but once you get past it, you'll realize that it was worth it. But it's time for me to continue on with my life. I need to keep grinding out everything that I've been dealing with and get through it. Like I said earlier, I've been working a lot. I've been making money, saving money, so that I can get out on my own and start doing things I actually want to do, and hope that eventually, at some point, I can begin to help other people again without worrying about putting myself at risk, and hopefully be able to share my success with people, because I'm not gonna lie, it gets lonely and it sucks, but that's life. People come and go, and honestly, it gets to a point where when people start relying on you for a lot of things, you can't have those type of people in your life, because when you're at a point in your life where you absolutely can't afford to help anybody else, you're gonna feel like crap, because these are people that you care about and you want to help them, but you can't, because you need to help yourself. And that's kind of what I'm going through right now. My family's having a lot of issues with their financial stuff, and I help out where I can, but it's gotten to a point where even I have to say no to my family, and it hurts. It does. It hurts bad. My hair's in my mouth. But like I said, it'll get easier. You just have to believe in yourself. There's gonna be those times where you're gonna be doing good, and then you're gonna go back to thinking, oh, I've got too much going on, I can't deal with it. Don't tell yourself that. Don't tell yourself that, because I told myself that while I was in jail, and here I am 3 months later. I am proud of who I am, what I have become, and the things that I am accomplishing, because if it wouldn't have been for me believing in myself and believing that better things are going to happen and better things are going to come, I can't lie to you, I probably wouldn't still be here. Just look at that. I mean, it's cloudy, but you know what? Sometimes cloudy days are not that bad. There's a nice breeze. It's nice, refreshing. Life is short. You gotta enjoy it while you can. With that being said, hope everybody has a good day, and I'll catch you on the flip side.